It just takes a little bit of diligence. It takes a little bit of consistency. It's not easy and it's not going to happen overnight. Hey everybody, I'm Bill, the Hill Country Prepper. I want to talk today about prepping below your means. Now this sounds a lot like living below your means, and that's exactly what it is. In order to prep below your means, it's going to take some dedication and consistency. Basically, what you need to do is spend less than you earn, and then devote that extra money to your preps. I've always said this, and I'm going to say it again. You always want to pay yourself first with what you earn. But you also need to stop poor spending habits. We've all got them. I'm guilty of it as well. If able, get yourself out of debt. That's number one, and that's very important. If you can do it now. And when you do have to buy things, it's always better to use cash than to put it on a credit card, because that way you're just putting yourself more in debt by using the credit card. So use the cash that you have budgeted on your expenses. Another good idea is to start setting prepping goals. Once you've done that, then you can create a budget to achieve that prepping goal. Now that goal might be to buy an item like a generator, or it could be to help set up more in your prepper pantry. Could be for something as big as a bug out location. But it's really important to have a goal, and again, set a budget to achieve that goal. When you do this, it's going to make you focus more on what you're spending and how well you're doing at achieving that goal. And setting a budget is nothing more than making an itemized list of what is your income and what are your expenses. What are you spending your money on? And a budget will allow you to see exactly where your money is going. One tip that I've heard about is using the envelope method. And what this means is that once you've set your budget and you know what you're earning and you know what your expenses are, take the money needed for those expenses, or that you're going to budget yourself, and take that money out of that envelope as you need it to pay those expenses. And when the money's gone, the money's gone. If there's anything left over, that can go toward your preps. And it's always a good idea to track your daily expenses. Now this might be a little bit tedious at first, but it doesn't hurt to spend a few days or a week and just jot down on a piece of paper, small notepad or something, everything you buy. I think at the end of that time, you'll be surprised at the stuff that you're buying that you really don't need. Give that a try. Now, one of the things you need to do to prep below your means is reduce your expenses. Some ways to reduce your expenses include cooking your own meals. Stop eating out and spend time at home preparing your own meals with food that you've purchased. Everybody knows it's really expensive to eat out. So if you knock that out and just prepare meals in your home, you're going to save a lot of money. Another money-saving tip is to plan your meals in advance. If you have a daily planner where you can go out a week or two for the meals that you're going to be preparing for yourself, you can save money that way because you're not having to scramble for missing ingredients, because you know what you're going to be preparing. You can prepare your grocery list better because you know what you need and get just the items that you need. And this is a good way to track your expenses also, because you're preparing your shopping lists. Another way to help save money to allow you to prep more, if you can, grow your own fruit and vegetables. Now, I'm not talking about having a big 10-acre garden. If you've got the space for that, God bless you, get after it. But you can also grow your own vegetables in a small plot of land in your backyard, or even in a container garden. You can grow your own herbs and spices and a few vegetables, and that will also help reduce the money that you're having to spend on food. And when you do go shopping, spend your money wisely. You don't have to buy the name brands that usually have a higher sticker price. You can buy the off brands and the generic brands for the food that you're buying. Look for sales, and if possible, try to buy items in bulk. And if you've got any stores in your area that offer loyalty cards or reward programs, definitely take advantage of those, because that can save you money. And that money saved, yeah, it's put back into your preps. It'll help you achieve that prepping goal that you set for yourself. Another way to save is to avoid impulse buying. I'm guilty of that as well, and I think we all are. There's a rule that you can apply to this. If there's an impulse item that you want to get, give yourself 72 hours. It's not going anywhere. So give yourself 72 hours before making that impulse purchase. And if you think about it, you sleep on it, you talk about it with other people in your family or in your group, chances are you'll realize that, yeah, that really is just an impulse item and I don't need it. I can use that money toward my prepping goal. Another way that you can save some cash is to get rid of unnecessary subscriptions. Over the past year or so, we've been very diligent about getting rid of subscriptions that we no longer need. We've canceled our satellite subscription. We've got rid of various subscriptions that are related to some of our online stuff. We don't need it. We're much better off without it. And we've actually been able to save several $100s a month just by getting rid of the stuff that we no longer need, whether it be an online subscription or an app or something like that. You really don't need it. And if you add them all up, and I'll task you to do this and leave me a comment down below what you find out. Go and add up all your subscription costs on a monthly basis and let me know how much it is. I think you'll be surprised when you do that and find out how much you're actually spending on subscriptions that, when you think about it, you really don't need them. And if you do need to buy something, look for used or maybe refurbished. Look for sales. There's lots of stuff out there in the retail shops and in the thrift stores. You can find some really good deals that will save you a ton of money. And of course, that money can be turned around and used toward meeting your prepping goal. Now you might be asking, how can I increase my earnings? How can I get more income? The most obvious thing would be maybe get a second job. If you're not working now, and I know a lot of my subscribers are retired, there might be something that you can do on a part-time basis, not a full-time job, but a part-time side hustle that'll get you a little bit of extra income. And of course, you can apply that extra income toward meeting that prepping goal. And if you've got a bunch of junk laying around the house that you're no longer using, just like getting rid of your unused subscriptions that you don't need, get rid of that stuff that you don't need. Get rid of all that junk that's lying around. You can sell these at a resale shop. You can sell it possibly online, a rummage sale, lots and lots of outlets that you can get rid of the stuff that you don't need. And that's right, use that source of income to meet your prepping goal. So when you really think about it, there are a lot of things that you can do to help you meet the prepping goal that you've set for yourself. And like I said earlier, it just takes a little bit of diligence. It takes a little bit of consistency. It's not easy and it's not going to happen overnight. Guys, I hope this is helpful for you. Please leave me a comment down below. You guys have a blessed day.